What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Uncle Greg, back at it with something out of nothing, episode 4. Today, we will break down my record from predictions on week 1, a look back, and then we'll jump forward to week 2 with my picks. All right, y'all, let's get right into it. So, after the first week, from Thursday to Monday, your boy went 15-2 on picks, bro. Week 1. I want you to know how impressive that is. Now, some people be like, it's just a guess. I'm going to tell you right now, week 1, you don't know what you're going to get from most of these teams. So, picking 15 correct and only getting 2 wrong is pretty damn impressive in my book. So, if I got to do more than that, well, I will. Secondly, let's look back at this first week and look at some prizes. Look at some surprises, I should say. So, in my opinion, one of the biggest surprises was that the Chiefs can't throw the ball deep. Looking at their receiving core and seeing them go off the snap, they cannot beat these DBs. So, honestly, if that run game can't get going for the Chiefs, they might be in for a long year, which is something I didn't think I would say. I honestly thought it'd be a while, maybe a year or two before they fell off, you could actually see it. I, it it's kind of peeking its head. It's only week 1, but from what I've seen, it's just Pat Mahomes can't do it all. It seems when you stack the box and take away those short dunk, easy routes, seems like he's having some trouble. So let's see if they can bounce back in week 2. Another shock is the fact that the Cowboys played pretty damn impressively. I wouldn't say it was Dak's fault. Yeah, a lot of people like Cowboy fans like to blame it's Dak in the past, which he probably is. But he didn't look like he was at fault at all against these Cowboys and Eagles game. Now I know Jalen Carter was out and they ran the ball a lot up the middle, which helped the play action, which is Dak's bread and butter. So we'll see if he can do it again. But in my opinion, another week 1 performance that kind of blew me away, which was the Cowboys and Dak Prescott playing against the Eagles so well. Another example of a surprise, I guess you would say, the Cleveland Browns playing so well against the Bengals. Like I couldn't believe it. I thought the Bengals would go winning away, and it seems like the Bengals' early season struggles are back again. So we'll see if they can rebound after that. Another surprise, or would you say didn't see this coming? The Colts, 33-8 against the Miami Dolphins. Now I already have said something about the Dolphins and their coach, and it just doesn't seem like he has the ear of the locker room. But Daniel Jones scoring on every drive. I don't know. I think the Colts might have got a good QB that they can work with. What they'll do, I'm not too sure. But week 1, they hella surprised me. What else? I believe. Looking over these scores. The Titans and Broncos game was a lot closer than I thought it would be. I overhyped the Broncos looking back at my preseason rankings. They did not look good. Bo Nix was making passes fall to receivers' feet. His mechanics looked off. He just didn't look like he was last year, at the end of last year, I should say. So the Broncos playing terribly kind of surprised me. The Titans getting pressure on them. Titans probably got a good defensive line that we all should look out for. Um, Another game. Let's see if could put anything else out there. Obviously, the Bills and the Ravens was insane. Bills came back on a game that I didn't think they should win, but Ravens, you got to play all 60 minutes, 4 quarters, and they did not. Um, Caleb Williams has flashy plays, so it makes a lot of people believe like he can be a top guy. But I think when you miss those simple, easy routes that people are wide open, you overthrow. I think you're just not that guy. And he's in his second year, so I'm gonna give him a little break. By next year, he needs to be completing these short passes, these easy ones, because those are easy yards to get, and they help your offense out. So, in my opinion, I know he's a big playmaker, but just because you're a big playmaker doesn't mean that you're consistently getting the ball out to where it should be. Sometimes people are saying that a lot of people who are athletic, they can't read the play or they just get anxious and they run outside the pocket. So that is, I don't want to say a weakness, but it is an Achilles heel, I guess you would say, to mobile quarterbacks, is that they don't allow the plays to develop and they scramble sooner than they should. And that is hard to gauge an offensive coordinator if a quarterback is not running his plays by design. So that's just my opinion on the mobile quarterback. Yes, they have to get short first downs, but it needs to be a quarterback who's even keeled and knows how to throw from the pocket as well. And that's just the balance of being a professional quarterback. And that's just my opinion on that. So now let's look forward to next week's games. So week 2 of the NFL season. So we had already guessed Thursday night's game, and we had gotten that correct. Green Bay got the W. Top dog in my power rankings. But let's go for these next few games. All right, so we have the Cleveland Browns taking on the Ravens. Cleveland Browns playing surprisingly well. Baltimore Ravens, I think, are going to get this W as they are embarrassed for blowing that lead. The spread is 11.5 points, minus 11.5 for the Ravens. So I think Vegas knows the same thing, that they're probably going to blow them out. But the betting side on that, plus 11.5, that's way too many points. Cleveland's defense did look good last weekend, so maybe because it's a conference rivalry or division rivalry, they can make their defense look good again and keep the score closer. Maybe not win, but keep the score closer than 11.5 points. Next up, we have the Jaguars playing the Bengals. Now, Jaguars looked pretty good last week. Bengals looked mediocre, so I think it's going to be a good test for both teams to see where they're at. The spread is minus 3.5 Bengals, and I'm honestly going to go with the Bengals money line. Like, that's the straight pick for this pick. And then if you want to talk about money and spread, I would say take plus 3.5 because the Bengals probably win by 3. Next up, the New York Giants taking on the Cowboys. I'm really excited to see how the Cowboys bounce back in this performance after playing pretty damn good in week 1. I believe the Cowboys get this win straight out. And if you want to talk about the money line and the spreads, I think money line, obviously, Cowboys. But the spread, yeah, I'm going Cowboys too, minus 4.5. I think the Giants are not good, just straight up. Next up, we have the Bears taking on the Lions. Bears plus 6.5. Lions favored minus 6.5. I don't know about that. The Lions look like they struggled against the league's best team, yes, but I don't think that they're going to be able to beat the Bears by more than 6.5 points. So if we're talking spread, I would take plus 6.5. And I'm going to tell you right now, money line as well. I'm taking the Bears, both spread and money line. Bears. Following that, we have the Niners taking on the Saints. I don't need to go deep in this. I think the Niners are going to get this win, even with Mac Jones at quarterback. The Saints, prove me wrong. Please, prove me wrong. Next up, the Patriots versus the Dolphins. Patriots will get this W. Don't need to go any much deeper into that. I do not believe in the Dolphins this year. I think their coach is going to get fired. I do like Mike Vrabel, and I think they look better as a team than the Dolphins. Following that, we got the Bills and the Jets. The Jets played actually above their heads when they played Pittsburgh. So honestly, I do think that plus 6.5 might be worth looking at. But if we're talking money line, straight picks, I'm going Bills for the win. But we're talking spreads, I'll take that plus 6.5 because I think Justin Fields might have another good performance. Next up, Seattle Seahawks against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Honestly, I'm not a believer in Seattle. I did pick Pittsburgh last week. I did not think their defense was going to give up that many points. But hey, they still came out with the W, and I think they'll come out with the W today. As far as the spread, plus 3, minus 3, I think that's very appropriate. It may go push. But if we had to pick a spread, I would tell you to take Steelers. Next up, we have the Rams taking on the Titans. Now, the Rams, they didn't play too impressively on offense. They did what they had to do. They were able to get the ball to Devontae at the late in the game and be able to ice the game. So I feel like that's going to only improve as far as getting the ball to Devontae Adams. But in this game, the Titans have a pretty good defensive line. I think they might make Matt Stafford sweat a little bit. But I still got the Rams in the money line. If we want to talk spread, plus 5.5, I think I would take the Titans. I think I'd flirt with the Titans with money line. Or no, with the spread, I'm sorry. Money line, we go on Rams. Next up, Panthers versus Cardinals. Panthers didn't really get to watch their game that much, but I know they got Bryce Young. We'll see what he can do against Kyler Murray. 2 young quarterbacks battling head-to-head. Money line, definitely got the Cardinals. Spread, I think I'll take the Cardinals as well. I don't know if the Panthers are ready to compete with the new coach and young quarterback. I think it's a second-year head coach. Following that, we have the Broncos taking on the Colts. The battle of the horses. Now, Broncos didn't look too good last week. I don't think that they're going to look good this week. I think the Colts played really well. It's going to challenge the Broncos to be perfect, in my opinion. And I think the Colts will get this win money line. And now, if we're talking spreads, -2.5 is a pretty damn good spread to put it at. People in Vegas know what's good. I think I'm going to go with the Colts at +2.5 if we're taking the spread. A battle of the Super Bowls. Why this wasn't a week one matchup, I'm not too sure. I don't know. I really don't. But anyways, Eagles -1.5 over the Chiefs seems like a pick'em game. I do think that the Chiefs looked pretty shitty. I think the Eagles looked okay against the Cowboys, and I think money line Eagles will get this dub, and I think spread -1.5 Chiefs. You're gonna have to prove it to me because week one you look really, really ugly, really ugly. Falcons taking on the Vikings for the Sunday night football matchup. So the Falcons +3.5 didn't play too bad against Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think I would take the money line +3.5, or not the money line. Why do I keep saying that? Spread +3.5, and as far as a money line, I would roll with the Falcons. I think the Vikings got extremely lucky, and I don't think the Falcons are going to be able to allow them back in. But maybe I'm wrong. We'll see. This game got the Falcons. All right, so Monday night we got a double header. We got the Buccaneers taking on the Texans. Now, I think the Buccaneers played pretty good, but the Atlanta Falcons made them look pedestrian. I thought their offense would be a lot better than that. The Texans played a pretty good team in the Rams in their home, so I think that's, it was kind of working against them. This is going to be a great matchup, I believe, from two really good ass teams. If we're picking money line, I'm gonna go Tampa Bay. If we're going spread, I'm going Tampa Bay. I think they're gonna get this dub. Chargers versus Raiders to end Monday night. A battle of divisions. So, in my opinion, the Raiders played pretty damn good against the Patriots. They were able to get high pressure on the quarterback. I don't know if they're going to be able to get that same type of pressure against the Chargers. That Chargers O-line looked really good against the Chiefs, and gave Justin Herbert some time to throw back there, which they did not a lot last year. I don't remember them throwing the ball a lot last year. So this year they're throwing the ball a lot. Justin Herbert's slinging the rock. They're getting the ball to the rookie, Omarion Hampton. But I think the Raiders are just as impressive right now. So I think it's going to be which defense can hold. And in my opinion, I think it's going to be a scoring fest. I don't know if the defenses are really going to hold that much. So I would take the over under. I'll take the over. 46.5. I definitely would take that on this game. +3.5. I would take the Raiders. I don't know how. I guess the Chargers are just, everyone saw them beat the Chiefs, so they think they're really good, which I do think they're really good. But I think that's influencing this the spread a little bit because the Raiders are home. So I'm gonna go Raiders money line because that's what I'm rolling with. I'd go +3.5 too, just because they're giving you that hook, the half a point. Even if you lose by 3, you still got it. And the over 46.5 points, I think they're going to score more combined points than that. I think this is going to be a pretty good offensive game. And that's my picks for week 2. Again, 15-2. Let's see how I improve. All right, y'all. See you next week.